Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. This isn't just speculation, it's a potential seismic shift in the landscape of NFL power dynamics. We're bringing this to you firsthand, giving you an in-depth analysis of what could be one of the most significant offseason moves in recent league history. But before that, if you're a dedicated Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're part of this family. Let us reach 1,000 subscribers together. Share with your friends and other Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, if you've been paying close attention to the NFL buzz lately, you've probably noticed that the league is abuzz with rumors, whispers, and insider reports. These aren't just idle rumors. They're indications of a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the NFC North, the Packers division, and possibly the entire NFC conference. The whispers are centered around Cincinnati Bengals star quarterback Joe Burrow, a player who has quickly established himself as one of the most talented and clutch quarterbacks in the league today. The speculation suggests that Green Bay is making a serious push to acquire him, and sources close to ESPN's Adam Schefter have indicated that negotiations are already quite advanced. Rumors suggest the Packers are offering a package that includes a first-round pick in the 2027 draft, along with a second-round pick, aiming to facilitate a rebuild for Cincinnati after their underwhelming 8-9 finish in 2025. A deep dive into the Bengals situation and why they might move Burrow to understand the gravity of this potential trade. It's essential to analyze Cincinnati's current team situation. The Bengals, under head coach Zach Taylor, have been on an upward trajectory, especially after their Super Bowl appearance in 2022. However, the 2025 season proved to be a bit of a setback, with the team finishing 8-9, missing the playoffs after losing a tiebreaker. A significant factor in their struggles was the cap crunch and injuries. Cincinnati, currently over the cap by approximately $14 million, faces a tough offseason ahead. They need to make difficult decisions about veteran contracts and extensions, especially with key players like T. Higgins, who is due for a lucrative extension, and their aging defense. Burrow's contract situation is also critical. His current rookie deal with the Bengals is set to expire after 2024, and the team is preparing to offer him a massive extension. However, the cap hit associated with his new deal could be upwards of $50 million annually, which could hamper their ability to retain other key players and address needs on defense. Moving Burrow now, while they still have control over his contract via franchise tag or transition tag, would give Cincinnati a chance to reset financially and rebuild their roster. Furthermore, Cincinnati's defense in 2025 was a significant weak spot. The Bengals surrendered an average of 27 points per game, ranking near the bottom of the league in scoring defense. They struggled to generate consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks, largely due to the decline of veteran pass rusher Sam Hubbard and the injury setbacks of other key defenders. Rebuilding the defense would be a priority, and trading Burrow could be viewed as a way to accelerate that process while acquiring draft capital to select young, talented defenders. Why would the Bengals trade Burrow? You might ask, why would Cincinnati part ways with their franchise quarterback? The answer, in brief, lies in the strategic rebuilding process. While Burrow is undoubtedly a franchise-altering talent, an elite quarterback who has established himself with a resume that includes numerous game-winning drives and playoff appearances, the team's financial and roster constraints might push them toward a rebuild. Additionally, the Bengals' recent struggles and cap issues make it difficult to keep all their top players, especially with the rising costs of extending young stars like Higgins and maintaining a competitive defense. The Bengals are at a crossroads. They could view trading Burrow as a way to restock their draft capital and rebuild from the ground up, focusing on drafting young talent and building a more balanced roster. This approach echoes what teams like the Baltimore Ravens did with Joe Flacco in 2019, when they traded him for multiple draft picks to start a new chapter. It's a bold move, but one that can set a franchise up for future success if executed correctly. The Green Bay Packers perspective. Why this could be a game-changer from the Packers' perspective. Acquiring Joe Burrow would be nothing short of transformative. Green Bay finished the 2025 season with an 11-6 record, showing promise on both sides of the ball. Their offense averaged approximately 24 points per game, which is solid but could be taken to another level with a quarterback of Burrow's caliber. His track record, leadership, and clutch performance make him an ideal fit for Lambeau Field, especially given his reputation as a cold-weather quarterback. Joe Burrow's career highlights and statistical profile. Joe Burrow entered the NFL in 2020 as the first overall pick of the Cincinnati Bengals. His college career at LSU was legendary, culminating in a national championship and the Heisman Trophy in 2019. His NFL career has been nothing short of impressive, particularly considering his early struggles with injuries. Over 2020 and 2021, Burrow showed flashes of brilliance, but it was in 2022 that he truly exploded onto the scene. That year, he threw for 611 yards, 34 touchdowns, and only 14 interceptions, earning a Pro Bowl selection and establishing himself as a franchise QB. His 2023 season was hampered by a devastating knee injury in Week 11, but he bounced back in 2024 and 2025, showcasing resilience and growth. In 2025, Burrow threw for over 200 yards, with 32 touchdowns and just 10 interceptions, maintaining a passer rating of 102.1. His advanced metrics reveal a quarterback who excels in clutch situations, with an EPA per play of plus 0.25, indicating high efficiency. His deep accuracy sits at 45%, making him a threat downfield, and his ability to read defenses under pressure is elite. Comparing Burrow to Jordan Love. A strategic analysis. The comparison between Burrow and Jordan Love, the Packers' current starting quarterback, is illuminating. Love, drafted in 2020, has shown flashes of brilliance but has yet to fully establish himself as a consistent top-tier quarterback. His PFF grade of 84.5 is respectable but falls behind Burrow's 92.1, and his EPA per play is about plus 0.15, indicating room for growth. Love's deep accuracy hovers around 38%, which is decent but not exceptional. Burrow's experience in high-pressure situations and his proven ability to execute in clutch moments give him a significant edge. His leadership qualities, combined with his nuanced pocket presence and ability to extend plays, would elevate the Packers' offense significantly. With a talented core of receivers like Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and tight end Luke Musgrave, Burrow's precision and decision-making could unlock explosive plays and improve the team's offensive efficiency. The impact on Green Bay's offensive and defensive units. Adding Burrow would elevate the Packers' offense from a solid unit to a league-top contender. Currently, Green Bay's offensive ranking sits around 10th in the league, with room for improvement in explosive plays and efficiency. Burrow's ability to generate plus 22% EPA per pass would boost this ranking, enabling the Packers to control games more effectively and diversify their offensive attack. On defense, the Packers have traditionally prioritized building a stout unit, and their 2025 defense was ranked 7th overall, allowing just 23 points per game. The addition of Burrow would give the offense a much-needed boost, allowing the defense to play with a lead more often and pin their ears back in pass-rushing situations. Moreover, Burrow's leadership and composure could have a ripple effect, raising the overall team chemistry and confidence. Future expectations and strategic outlook. Looking ahead, the Packers' future with Burrow at quarterback is promising. His age, 26 years old, means he's entering his prime and could be the centerpiece of Green Bay's roster for the next decade. The team has a talented group of young receivers and a solid offensive line that could be further strengthened in the draft or free agency. In terms of future expectations, Green Bay fans should be optimistic. With Burrow leading the offense, the team could contend for the NFC North crown for years to come, challenging division rivals like the Detroit Lions and Minnesota Vikings. The Lions, in particular, have been aggressive in building their roster, and the Vikings remain competitive with Kirk Cousins under center. The Packers, with Burrow, could become the team to beat in the division. Historical context and the Packers' legacy. The Green Bay Packers are one of the most storied franchises in NFL history, with 13 league championships, including 4 Super Bowls. Their legacy is built on legendary quarterbacks like Bart Starr, Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers' era, in particular, brought the franchise back to prominence with a Super Bowl victory in 2010 and multiple playoff runs. However, since Rodgers' departure after the 2022 season, the team has been searching for stability at the quarterback position. Jordan Love, drafted in the first round of 2020, has shown potential, but has yet to fully seize the reins as the franchise's leader. Acquiring Burrow would not only provide immediate stability, but also position the Packers as perennial contenders, reminiscent of their dominant periods in the 1960s and 1990s. The broader NFL implications. The potential trade of Burrow signals a possible shift in NFL power dynamics, especially in the NFC. If Green Bay manages to acquire Burrow, they instantly become a favorite to contend for the Super Bowl. It could also motivate other teams to make bold moves, either to acquire star quarterbacks or to rebuild for the future. Moreover, this trade could influence salary cap strategies league-wide. Teams might become more willing to trade star players for draft capital or rebuild assets, knowing that acquiring a franchise quarterback can change everything. It's a reminder that in the NFL, the quarterback position remains the most influential, and teams are willing to pay a premium for stability and elite play at that position. Final thoughts. The road ahead. While nothing has been officially announced, the signs point toward a very real possibility of Joe Burrow donning the green and gold next season. The Packers have the draft capital, the cap space, and the strategic motivation to make this happen. If realized, this move would be a monumental chapter in Green Bay's storied history, potentially reinvigorating their Super Bowl aspirations and setting a new standard for excellence. In conclusion, Green Bay fans, this offseason could be one of the most exciting in franchise history. Whether or not the trade materializes, the conversation itself underscores the Packers' commitment to winning and their willingness to be bold. The future looks bright, filled with hope, anticipation, and the relentless pursuit of another Lombardi trophy. Keep your eyes peeled because the NFL universe is watching, and the Packers are about to make some serious waves. Character count 1091.